Oh well, guys, we'll get there eventually. We'll definitely get there eventually. Don't panic, Mister Mannering. Right, okay, so let's get that one sorted out again. Right, so we grab this thing here, and then we put this on there. So I've got to get that. I'll be in the chat in a second. I'm just trying to sort this out. Right. That's what I didn't do. I don't think I saved it. Well, I do think I saved it actually, but obviously I didn't because it's not there. So obviously that wasn't the case. Right. So choose image. Right now we've got it. Now we've got it. There you go. There you go, guys. We'll get there in the end. Oh, Yeti, you're fucking muted. Yeah, no, I know. Translation, fucking Arsenal v Everton, all these Arteta wankers think it's a miracle on Christmas if the result is anything less than 7-0. Yeah, and sand, glorious sand. Yeah, mate, I always get it round my neck at the start. I should probably have set that up before I actually went live, but I was in the moment, guys. I was in the moment. Right, so we're going to get on with this game. So basically, you've got Pickford, you've got O'Brien, you've got Tarkowski, Keane, and Mikolenko. You've got Garner, you've got Irabiganum, McNeil, Alcaraz, Jake Grealish, Jake. Who the fuck's Jake Grealish? Jack Grealish, even, and Barry. For Arsenal, you got Trossard, Gyökeres, Saka, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Calafiori, Incapi, Saliba, and Timber. So, yeah. No Eze. Interesting. Right, okay, so we're going to crack on with this. And big up to you guys for having the patience to deal with me being an utter retard. Although you probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, but anyway, just did. So, right, let's crack on with the game. Jake. No. Right, why is the game not coming on then? Having many problems coming on here. So no Eze. I didn't see the substitutions. I'm guessing he's going to be on the bench. How you doing, Cole? Good to see you back, bro. Coming out now, and they are trying to make this a fortress, so I'll be quite behind. So unfortunately, we'll have to avoid the chat. No worries, matey. No worries. And big up to Tony Claude Gunner as well, because he'll be doing a stream, and Lee Gunner will be doing a stream as well. Okay, so we're all lining up. Everyone's lining up for the game. Let's hope it's a good one. Right, I might be able to give you the substitutions from this actually. I'll leave the actual teams because I've already done that. Got a solid defence, to be honest. Hero Bygolden is in the midfield in place of Idrissa Gueye. Like I said yesterday, if Idrissa Gueye's not there, he's going to punch his own players. Don't know how they're going to work that one out. But yeah, Tierno Barry as well. And I think my pet goldfish too will be doing an Arsenal watch along. I think there'll be a lot. Feel free to put in the YouTube link for your pet goldfish. You know, we don't diss anybody here, whether they're a goldfish or whether they're anything else. You know. What's your thoughts on Eze being dropped? What do you think about that? Because I think we all knew that was going to happen, wasn't it? I mean, as Odegaard's got to be trying to find Gyökeres, though. I wish I had that player cam to be honest. Gabriel Jesus, Eze, Martinelli, Norgard, Madueke, Nwaneri, Marino and Lewis Skelly on the bench for Arsenal. Didn't see the Everton ones. Oh, thanks, it's HTPS YouTube Goals Retarded Goldfish Watch Along. Yeah, man, get over there and send a subscription and a like to Cole's Goldfish. We try and help out everybody's channels here. You know, we're not beheaded and we don't just try and keep everybody here. We actually spread it around. Got the group huddle at the minute. Here we go. Real one, bro. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. About to get kicked off. Pressure's on that. Can they handle it? That's the main thing. Can they handle it? That's going to be a big, big thing to see. We're just about to kick off. I'll tell you the time as it comes up. Because, I mean, unless I get it set so it comes on at a certain point, I'm never going to get it. So, no point. Kicked off by Arsenal. That's back to Raya from Rice. Raya smashes it up the pitch. And that goes straight into Gyökeres. But that's shepherded away by Everton. Everton trying to get the ball away now. Ball comes in from Trossard to Gyökeres, but doesn't get on the end of that. Pickford kicks the ball out. 20 seconds gone on my clock, and that's a header there from Saliba. And Everton now on the attack down this left-hand side with Alcaraz. Alcaraz is going to play it back to Mykolenko. Mykolenko back to Garner. Garner then on this left-hand side is going to drop it back to Keane. Into Tarkowski. And Tarkowski's going to drop it back to Pickford. Thanks for the time, Jay. We're basically synced. Nice. Always good when it goes that way, to be honest. And here's Garner. Garner with the ball down the right-hand side. Arsenal closing them down, though, at the moment. Back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski then gets it back to Keane in the centre circle. Keane drops it forward to Alcaraz. Alcaraz drops it all the way back to Pickford. 1 minute and 25 gone. Everton 0 for Forest. Arsenal 0. Ball over the top. That's going to go all the way through to Raya. Incapi, who's holding his shoulder for some reason. Holding his shoulder already, and I think he's just said he's all right. I don't know, but he's just messaged through to the bench. It's back to Incapi now. He's going to have a run down this left-hand side. Plays it back to Trossard. Then it's into Rice. Rice gets it to Saliba. Saliba's got to turn back and look to Raya, but it gives it to Rice instead. Rice was moving forward on this left mid side. Rice plays a ball over to the right-hand side, looking for Saka. Saka's lost the ball to Grealish. Grealish then got it, plays it into the middle to Irabagum. And Irabagum to Barry. Barry now on this left-hand side, trying to get through. Plays a ball into the middle, but that's cut out well by Zubamendi. Garner, back to Barry. Oh, that's a mistake. Gyökeres tries to get on it. Tackle comes in from Keane. And Gyökeres stays down. And hello, guys. Big up, Joanne. You're right. And I think I'm just slightly behind, and which I prefer. That way I can accidentally drop a spoiler. Hello, guys. And evening goal, Forest. Big up, Pepsi. And hey, Joanne. And 6 years of this shit. Yeovil 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Nice. Nice. Throwing to Arsenal, given back to Calafiori. 3 minutes and 26 gone. Get the ball to Rice. Rice then plays it across to Saliba. Saliba just running forward at the minute. Plays it back to Declan Rice. Rice then across to Nkapi. Nkapi into Zubamendi. Zubamendi just keeping it on this left-hand side at the moment. Drops it back to Rice. Rice then back to Saliba. Into Odegaard. Odegaard then plays it down the right to Saka. What a shock. And then back to Odegaard. And Odegaard into Nkapi. On this left-hand side now. Everton just back in numbers, which you expect anyway. It's with Trossard. Plays it back to Zubamendi. Zubamendi gives it to Saliba. Saliba puts it over the right-hand side to Saka. Saka gets run into by Grealish. Saka goes down. And then Everton start on the attack now, giving it to Grealish on this left-hand side. Grealish puts a pass down the left-hand side, but there's too much on that. Why is the laptop gone dark anyway? What's going on there? My laptop's gone dark for some reason. I don't know why. Think I'm just slightly behind, which I prefer. Hey Joanne, 6 years, and hit a like kindly if you don't mind. Cheers for that, Cole. And make sure you hit a like for Cole's Goldfish as well. And Arthur's channel, and Cole's wife's channel as well. Make sure you hit a like and subscribe for them as well. And Joanne Smith's channel, and Pepsi's channel, and Tony Neary's channel as well. You know, can't leave anybody out. With Tarkowski, smashes the ball up the pitch. That's going to be won by Calafiori, though. Into Irabagum. What his name is. Ibagum. I think he's going to be called Ibagum. Sorry. Over to Saliba. Saliba then back to Nkapi. And hi, Joanne. And big up to you, Cobb. Thank you for that £20 super chat, mate. Appreciate it massively. Christmas pint, and thanks for another year of great streams. Thanks, man. Absolutely welcome, bro. And thanks for being here to support it as well. That makes a massive difference. Love, bro. And it's with Nkapi now on this left-hand side. Nkapi drops it back to Saliba. Saliba then to Nkapi. Nkapi just dropping it to Trossard. Trossard then comes into the middle, puts the ball over the top looking for Saka. Saka gets it. He's up against two players. But Saka then is going to drop it back to Timber. Timber into Zubamendi. Back to Timber. Timber then runs back and gives it over to Saliba. Saliba looks for Rice in the middle. Don't give it to him. Gives it to Odegaard instead, who comes back. And it's over with Nkapi now on the left mid side. Into Saliba. Cheers, yeah, you're working on an Arthur and Goldfish collab stream, but last half I can't breathe underwater. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, there's a problem right there. Ball over the top, that's going all the way through to Pickford, though, that is. 7 minutes and 48 gone. Still 0-0, Arsenal, Everton. Ball with Mikalenko. Mikalenko plays the ball up the left-hand side looking for Barry. Barry wins it, but Timber manages to get it off him with the help from Saliba. And then that's going to go all the way back by Nkapi with Raya. Raya smashes the ball up the field. That's going to be headed away by Tarkowski. Everton with a ball though at the moment. Plays it back to Pickford. Pickford's going to smash the ball forward. Calafiori should be able to get his head to that. It goes into Nkappi, back to Calafiori. Then Calafiori smashes it down the left-hand side, but Tarkowski's going to pick that up. And he's getting pressure from Trossard, but Tarkowski gets the ball out. And Everton, again with Alcaraz, plays it in the middle to Keane. Keane then puts the ball forward to Mykolenko. It's over to Grealish. Grealish with the ball now, running through the middle. Arsenal back in numbers at the moment. Mykolenko's asking for the ball. Grealish don't give it him. Passes it back to Tarkowski. It's over to Garner. Garner then over to this right-hand side. Back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski gives it back to Pickford. Pickford's quite well out of his goal. Gives it to Keane. Keane then back to Pickford. Pickford smashes the ball up the right-hand side. Everton win that, but Barry can't take the pass. It's over to Alcaraz. It's on this right-hand side now with McNeil. Puts the ball into the box. That's headed away by Saliba. It's in the middle at the minute with Keane. Into Milenkovic. Again, Calafiori wins the header from that pass. And Arsenal now trying to get away with Declan Rice. Declan Rice plays it back to Zubimendi. Into Odegaard. Odegaard then gets it up to Timber on this right-hand side. Timber goes into Saka in the middle. Saka now trying to have a run through, but just running sideways. He turns, comes back, gives it to Odegaard. Odegaard passes it to Declan Rice. That's back to Nkappi. Into Zubimendi. Zubimendi to Saliba. Saliba across to Nkappi. Nkappi then down the left-hand side to Trossard. Trossard with the ball now at his feet. Everton just sitting in, basically. And Trossard tries a pass through, but Tarkowski beats that. Gets it to Barry. Barry then trying to get through, but Rice comes in with a challenge. Rice again wins the ball on this right-hand side. It's won then by Alcaraz. It's into Garner. Garner then gets it across to O'Brien. To Ebagum. Ball's with Tarkowski at the moment. Plays it to Garner. Garner then across to Keane on this left-hand side. Keane puts the ball down the left-hand side, looking for Barry. Saliba gets the touch, but it's out for a corner at Everton. 11 minutes and 27 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 0. Everton actually putting some stuff in going forward as well, which is, I thought they'd just pretty much sit back and try and get counters. So it's going to be a corner to Everton. Big up to everyone who's in the room as well. Big up to all you guys. 12 minutes gone. Corner comes in from Garner. It's headed away by Arsenal. Trossard's running to try and get it. Timber's going for it as well. Tackle comes in from Tarkowski. And it's going to be a throw into Everton on the right-hand side. What's everyone cooking this Christmas? Luckily, I have in-laws this year to take the stress off it. And the silent viewers. Hello. Get that all the time, don't we? Get that all the time. 12 minutes and 43 gone. The thing is, it's an open channel, so I don't understand why they're silent, to be honest. Another corner for Everton. Comes off Timber. So it's corner to Everton. 13 minutes and 5 gone. Still 0-0. McNeil with a corner. Ball comes in. Yes, not a very good corner, that. Straight out. Moyes is not happy with that. Not happy with that. Right, guys, I'll be back in a sec. I need a pee. Back in a sec. Right, okay. So, let's have a look at it now. Still 0-0, 14 minutes and 55 gone. The worst thing is when you miss goals when you're doing these kind of things, but obviously I haven't, so I don't know why I'm saying that. So, yeah, 100% everyone's sound here, like. Yeah, 100%. And it's just me and the wife this year. Yeah, I mean, I will go down to my parents. But, yeah. As I always do, to be fair. And that's to Saliba, into Incapi, across to Rice. Rice into Zubamendi. Zubamendi's now going to have a run down this left-hand side. Gives it to Trossard. Trossard can't get the pass across, but keeps the ball off the deflection. Goes to Rice. Rice into Zubamendi. Back to Rice. Timber over to Saka on this right-hand side. Saka trying to get through. Mikalenko manages to get his foot on it and then clears the ball. Mikalenko over to Barry. Barry wins the header. Alcaraz now fighting for it. Gets it to Garner. Over to Grealish. Grealish is now going to have a run on this left-hand side. He's got a lot of pressure on him, though. And Grealish gets it back to Garner. Over to Tarkowski. He gives it back to Keane. Into Mikalenko. Skips past Saka. Gets it back to Keane. Keane then across to Tarkowski. Tarkowski over to the right-hand side to O'Brien. It's back to Tarkowski. And that will be my ideal Tony Matey. Very dull opening, 15. And so doing simple filet mignon, twice baked potatoes, sauteed Brussels sprouts, yeast rolls, and we'll do a sticky toffee pudding for dessert. Don't you have Christmas pudding? I love Christmas pudding. That's one of my favourite things about Christmas, to be honest. I love some Christmas pudding. Stunning at Tony. Yeah, I mean, I won't go without Christmas pudding. I always eat so much of my dinner so that I can save space for my Christmas pudding. Timber with a throw now. 17 minutes and 30 gone. Thrown into Saka in the middle. Gets it across to Trossard. Trossard's on the left-hand side now, up against O'Brien. O'Brien's keeping with him. Gets a tackle in on Trossard. Goes back to Calafiori. It's in with Zubamendi. Plays it into Rice. Rice has got it now. Plays it into Saka. Saka's all over the place today. Into Calafiori. Calafiori to Trossard on the left. Here's Saka on the left-hand side. Gets a ball into the box. Zubamendi with a shot and it's over the bar. over the bar with Zubamendi. But I mean, Saka's changed. He's all over the place. He's in the middle. He's at the left-hand side. He's on the right-hand side. He's all over at the minute. I could give it a try, mate. I like making new things. Never made one. Yeah, man. Go for Christmas pud, man. It's lovely. Last year we had a few over. Done a baked cheese, done 2 roasted ducks and too many trimmings. Lol. No room for dessert. I always make room for dessert, mate. Always. Even if it means putting a piece of chicken in my mouth and choking to death, I'll still make room for a fucking dessert. Here's Saliba. Saliba then plays it across to Zubamendi. Zubamendi back to Saliba. Over to Incapi. Incapi into Saliba. Saliba then drops it back to Raya. Raya goes under the challenge of Barry. That's a little bit silly, to be honest. He could easily have took that off you. And that's over to Saka. He's actually on the right-hand side now. He's going up against him. He's trying to get in on his left foot. Passes it to Timber. Timber don't really read it that well there. Gets it back to Saka. Saka then to Odegaard. Odegaard puts the ball into the box. Eder comes in and it's wide from Gyökeres. Next year, I'll be considering a baked Mikel Arteta if he's still here. But that's guaranteed food poisoning. First 20 have been lame. Yeah, there's not been a lot with it, has there, really? Gyökeres gets the ball on his head, but it just goes wide. 20 minutes and 25 gone. 0-0, Everton, Arsenal. And the ball comes over the top. That's going to be headed by the Arsenal defence into Timber. Timber drops it back to Raya. Raya smashes the ball up the field. That's won by Everton, but Saka should pick this up on this left-hand side. And he's under pressure from Ghana. Gets it back to Saliba. Saliba just keeping the ball at the minute, just sitting there, obviously wanting Everton to push forward. Gets it to Rice. Rice then drops it to Timber. Timber then back to Saliba. Ray is over at the opposite side, so he's going to get it, give it over to whoever that is. Into Saliba. Saliba's got the ball at the minute, plays it into the middle, drops it back to Rice. Rice now moving forward, gives it to Odegaard. Odegaard's got a lot of space here in the centre. Can he actually pick a pass? Because apparently he's like the best passer on the planet. But here's Saka. Saka on this right-hand side. Can he get past? He goes in, tries to get on his left foot. Gives it to Timber. Timber gets a cross in. Ooh, very nearly went in the net there. Corner Arsenal, I think. Gyökeres arguing it. Didn't really see what happened there, to be honest. The pass through to Timber. He's onside. Ball comes in. Gyökeres goes flying in with a diving header. Don't think there was a lot in that, to be honest. Takes a deflection. Gyökeres just gets an arm on his shoulder. That's not a penalty, is it? It's just an arm on his shoulder. There's nothing else. Arteta is holding his team back, and typical lame-ass Arteta offence, and it's possession at all costs with us, like the embodiment of control-freak football with little to no outcome. Yeah, I mean, you've got a set piece now, you've got a corner. So betted on Arsenal, Leeds, Real Madrid and Juventus to win. £4, £55 return. Nice. Not a penalty for me, nothing in that. No. Ooh, Calafiori goes in really well then. Just can't direct it. Calafiori attacked that really well. But he just... Oh, no, wait a minute. Hey, that's handball, isn't it? That's handball. That's handball. That's handball, mate. Fucking O'Brien jumps up. I mean, why would your hands be right up there? You're trying to save it like a goalkeeper. That's handball. That's definitely handball. Nothing in that. That is handball by O'Brien. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, when I first saw it, I thought, Calafiori's gone in to attack it, but just not headed it right. But when you look at it again, you can see that O'Brien goes like that, as if he's a goalkeeper. That's 100% handball. You shouldn't be going up with your hands like that. That is stupid from him. Stupid. That's a pen. No reason why your hands should be right up there. Why is it taking so long to look at it, ref? That's obvious. That is obvious. There's no reason for his hands to be up. That is stupid from O'Brien. 24 minutes and 46 gone. Get a pen to Gyökeres. Mate, you can't argue that, O'Brien. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Why? I mean, there's no pressure on you or anything. You just chuck your hands up in the air. You have no argument there, mate. You have no argument at all. You just chucked your hands up in the air, so that's no argument whatsoever. I never scream for pens, but that is Stonewall. Yeah, absolutely. I don't scream for pens often, but that was handball. Yeah, definitely. Saka will take. Gyökeres needs the goals. Yeah, he should get it. Big up, yeah, mate. I'm back. Big up, Adam. Welcome back, bro. And O'Brien looking surprised. Welcome back, Adam. And good call, ref. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's stupid from O'Brien. Absolutely. I mean, he's a big lad as well. What are you chucking your hands up in the air for? Mind you, I think Calafiori had that. If he didn't actually do that, I think Calafiori had that. He attacked that really well. Gyökeres gets the pen, which is exactly the way it should have been. That is the right choice. That Gyökeres gets the pen. 26 minutes and 30 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Go on, Jock. Prove them wrong, man. Prove them wrong. You're a bloody good player. And, oh, mate, smashed it in with fucking authority. Absolutely smashed it in with authority. Excellent from Gyökeres. And Everton can't cry about that because their player there was absolutely stupid. Stupid from him. And I'm glad they gave Gyökeres the pen. So glad they gave Gyökeres the pen. Right. Why is that down there? They've got 1-0 to Arsenal. And welcome back, Adam. And praise the Lord, get in. Absolutely. And well done, kid. Zero controversy on that one. And well done, Jock. 100%. 100%. That was stupid, mate. I tell you what, if I'm his teammates, I'm fucking kicking a football boot in his head like Alex Ferguson did. You know, I'm going full Roy Keane there. I'm going into the dressing room and I'm punching him in the face. "28 minutes and 7 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. right down Shipford's throat, and you looking forward to your game Monday night, Yeti, mate? Absolutely, 100%. I love my games. I've changed my perspective on the way I do these watch-alongs. I always show, like, regardless what team it is, you know, a goal's a goal, so I treat them all the same now, instead of, like, having... thinking about certain things about certain teams and stuff. I will always call it the right way. Here's Everton now with Garner. Gets it into the box. That's claimed well, though, by Raya. 29 minutes gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Top of the league again for now. No doubt they're all crying now, and I want them to do well alone to spite our fuckhead fans. And you're looking forward to your game. No doubt they're all crying now, but we're negative. Apparently, difference is we want any player in red and white to do well. These fuckers genuinely have agendas both for and against certain players. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I mean, that's why I've kind of adjusted the way that I do the watch-alongs and stuff like that, because I have actually come across at certain points where I'm, like, against Arsenal. But I'm just always calling it real, to be fair. Into Incapi, back to Trossard. That's back to Saliba. Back to Incapi. Incapi over to Calafiori. That's going to be a throw in there for Arsenal on the halfway line. The only thing I don't like is Arteta. Can't stand him. You know that. I can't stand the guy. But that's no reason for me to not like the team. Oh, you know, Carl, they all be sucking his shalong, polishing his knob, saying they loved him all along. Do you think of Man United game last Monday? Yeah, mate. Did you see it? I didn't, mate, actually. I missed that one, and I regret that. Looked like a good game. Depending on what Mr. Arteta says post-game at Tony, that's true. All the sexuals will be out now. And Juve 1, Roma 0, and 100% yay. Yeah, man. I mean, I'll always call it the way I see it. But I have been a bit harsh on Arsenal at times, to be quite honest with you. Here's Calafiori. Gets it taken off him by Garner. Garner gets it into Alcaraz. Alcaraz pass is not good at all. Ends up back with Rice. 31 minutes and 30 gone. That's back over to Saliba. Saliba then plays it into Zubamendi. Zubamendi plays a pass to Timber. Good pass. Timber's on the run here, getting into the middle. Gets tackled there, though, by Ibagum. And we're having a bit of a push around again. Why do players do that shit? You ain't going to do nothing, are you? You ain't gonna do nothing, man. As Conor McGregor would say, but I can't do that. So that's a Cole thing. That's not me. Hey Pepsi mate, apologies if I missed you earlier. Arteta will probably come out and say Havertz would have done better. And evening, Carl, and a Merry Christmas to you and your family. Big up to you, Pepsi. And I get it, as hard as it can be to listen to as a fan, it's totally warranted from the behaviour from our fuckhead fans, mate. So I get it. Yeah, it is. But it's like the fans that I have in here are a different class. If it was them, then yeah, I'd give it all the time, to be honest. But the fans I have in here are out of class, so... The Arsenal fans I have in here are out of class, and the Arsenal fans I know are out of class. So I needed to take that into account. Here's Saliba over to Incapi. If you dive though, or if you cheat, I'm still calling that out. I'm not going to mess around with that either. Zubamendi over to Incapi. Calafiori with a ball. Sends it down the left to Rice. Rice then gets it in the middle to Trossard. Calafiori, lovely pass there through to Odegaard. It's in with Saka now. Saka drops it back to Timber. Timber then back to Odegaard, who's on this right-hand side. Into Timber. Tim gets the cross in. Timber? Tim. I'm fucking shortening their names now. Trossard back to Saka. Back into Trossard. Into Saka. Oh, fuck. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard puts it over the top. Oh, that's just got a nick there to give it to Pickford. Minkolenko runs down this left-hand side, smashes it down this left-hand side for Barry, but that's going to be Saliba's all day long. Gets it back to Raya. Raya then across to Rice. Rice into Zubamendi, back to Rice. Rice then across for Saliba. So I get it, and many happy returns. Pepsi matey? Absolutely. 100%. I mean, what this channel's all about is real ones, you know, which is why I've got a block list the size of, I don't know what. It's loads of people blocked, but that's what I wanted to do, and that's how I wanted to make it, so that's how it goes. If you be alright and you be a decent human being, then you'll stay in here. If you don't, then you won't. And this is a lot of reason you won't see me a lot on other channels, because they just take people in just for their numbers, and I'm not interested in that. Never have been. 35 minutes and 40 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Back to Pickford. That goes across to Tarkowski. Tarkowski plays it down the middle. That's beat by Rice. Rice then gets it to Incapi. Over to Calafiori. That's going to be a throw-in to Arsenal. It is the only channel that can truly call itself a community, in my opinion. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, look, we all want a lot of people in it and all that kind of stuff, but you ain't the right fit. You ain't being in it, and that's it. Everton now struggling, gets it over to Keane. Keane then back to Pickford. Pickford then smashes the ball down the left-hand side. That's headed by Ibigum, whatever called him. Ibagum. With Odegaard. Odegaard puts a pass over to Saka. That gets cut out. It's into Rice in the middle. Back to Incapi. Incapi back to Saliba. Into Zubamendi. Over to Timber on this right-hand side. Timber then back to Zubamendi. Back to Timber. Over to Saliba. Into Zubamendi. Passed across the field to Incapi. It's into Trossard. Trossard gets it to Rice. Rice looking for something. Wasn't really anything going on. Gets it to Timber. Back to Saka. Timber's got it again now. Plays it back to Saliba. Into Odegaard. Odegaard passes it to the left to Incapi. That's into Trossard. Trossard then drops it to Odegaard. Trossard now on the left-hand side. Goes to Rice. Rice then to Saliba. Into Timber. Timber drops a ball over the top looking for Saka, but again that's won by Keane. It's into Alcaraz. Alcaraz, I don't know what he was doing there. Rice takes it away from him. Oh, tackle comes in from Tarkowski on Gyökeres. That's a yellow. Straight through the back of him. Only clips his ankle, but it's straight through the back of him. He looks worse than it was, to be fair. And many returns, and it is the only channel. Goal leads. Hey! Well, I think, Jack won't be very happy about that, will he? Come on, Real Madrid, you're letting me down. Yeah, just seeing the replay of the Leeds goal, Calvert-Lewin. Jack's going to be losing his shit now, I should think. It's a free kick to Arsenal. Rice plays it over to Zubamendi. It's back to Rice. Rice then over to Timber. Timber to Saka. Saka, he's got two Everton players in front of him. Gives it to Timber. Timber then drops it back to Rice. Rice drops it over to Zubamendi. It's into Trossard. Trossard plays it in the middle to Calafiori. I mean, look, I'm not being funny, but you talk about not changing, changing your system for players, but he's definitely changed it for Calafiori because he's all over the place. That's Incapi. Back to Incapi. Everton just refusing to massively press Arsenal at the minute. And that's into Saka in the middle. Gets it to Saliba. Reyes, all the way. I don't know what Reyes doing, because if they manage to get the ball, you're nowhere near the goal, bro. Luckily they didn't, but if they manage to get the ball, you're nowhere near the goal. That's over to Timber. Timber then plays it into Trossard. Trossard plays it across to Calafiori, who's on the left-hand side now. Trossard's gone down. Calafiori into Zubamendi. Zubamendi to Trossard, who's in the middle. Gets it to Odegaard. Odegaard gives it to Saka. Saka trying to get on his left foot. Gives it back to Odegaard. Odegaard gets it across to Rice. Rice is going to have a shot, and that goes over the bar. Come on, you could fly. Tarkowski with wind alone with them ears. Real Madrid 1-0. And reminds me of Are You Being Served Coal? Old jug ears, but with them ears that kids learned how to fight at a young age. Not even. He's always allowed fuckheads left backs to have total freedom of the pitch, and laughed my arse off the volleyball and ball still got me weak and shameless shit. And oh, I bet, mate. Right, well, I mean, I suppose you're right, because you got what's his fucking face, the Ukrainian. Can't remember his name. Well, he actually plays for us. It's bad that I can't remember his name. Zinchenko. Yeah, he did actually let him do that, actually, so you're probably right on that. Here's Rice with the ball, running forward, going over the halfway line. Plays it into Trossard. Trossard back to Zubamendi. Zubamendi across to Timber. Timber runs through the middle, gives it to Zubamendi, over to Calafiori, into Trossard. Back to Incapi. You have everything in this at the minute. You have everything. Back to Rice, into Incapi. Incapi down to Trossard. Trossard back to Zubamendi. Into Saliba. Everton's going to have to come out. They're going to have to come out now. They're 1-0 down. Back to Incapi. Laugh my arse off, volleyball, handball still got me weak, shameless shit, and oh, I bet, mate. Yeah, we got the same comments. I'll keep reading. Into Rice. Rice then puts the ball over to the box, but Keane manages to win that. Everton trying to get out, but really struggling to get out at the minute. Goes down under the challenge of Rice. Not really much in that, really. Zubamendi then back to Rice. Over to Saliba. You're running this game at the minute. You're running this game. That's a ball into Gyökeres. Oh, Gyökeres gets a shot, but Tarkowski gets his foot on it, I think. Lovely run there from Gyökeres. Don't tell me he don't make runs, because that was a lovely run there from Gyökeres. Tries to get the shot in, but Tarkowski gets in on him. Good stuff from Tarkowski, to be fair. Yeah, and Rice has had a shit first off, and apparently Gyökeres doesn't make runs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he gets it. Yeah, 100%. You know what I'd like to have done with this game? You know, I used to have on Sky Sports where they had that player cam. I mean, they might still have it, I don't know. But I would have liked to have done with this game, because I've only got Sky Go, so I don't think they do it on there. But I would have liked to have, like, completely focused on Gyökeres to see what he does. That was a great run, that was, from Gyökeres. Tarkowski did absolutely awesome defending to stop him. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Calafiori's down there. Not quite sure what happened there, to be honest. Got another sort of 3 minutes before half time. Moyes is going to have to let go of the Dogs of War in the second half. But so far it's 1-0 Arsenal. I don't know what happened with Calafiori there. He's still down though. Still getting treatment. Was a big fall onto his back, looked rough, Yeti. Oh yeah, if it takes the wind out of your sails, I think that fucks us all, to be honest, doesn't it? That's one of the worst pains, because it's crazy when you actually land on your back, full on your back. It does actually completely take the wind out of your sails. Told you guys before, I've done it before when I was holding onto that branch and everyone was going, oh, it's going to snap, it's going to snap. And I was like, no, it won't snap. And it fucking snapped. Oh my days. That does take a lot out of you. Arsenal is a good team. Big up to Asanaka. How you doing, mate? Saw you in the stream the other day. Welcome back to the cave, mate. Doing good at the minute, controlling this game. I think Everton's got to sort of let themselves go. I mean, that's going to be a real risky thing to do with Arsenal, to be honest. What don't need to happen is for Arsenal to decide to sit back on a 1-0. That's what don't need to happen, because then it will get different. Tarkowski puts the ball in. Grealish on the outside of the box, can't get through. Puts his foot right into someone there. Everton now fighting in the middle. Everton keeping the ball at the minute. Alcaraz gets it back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski puts a long ball over the top. That's won by Barry, but Everton's got it in a minute. Grealish with a nice little back heel there into Garner. Garner puts the ball into the box, but that's Reyes all day long. All day long. I think football's exactly the same as like what Tyson said about fighting. Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And their plan is got to go out the window. You know, sitting back, doing the low block, getting the attacks every now and then, their plan's got to go out the window. Let's go Arteta and his corners, and DCL 2-0. Nice. Nice. Hey, as a Esanaka, it don't matter how you get goals, mate. It don't matter how you get goals. Goals make the difference. So, however you get them, you'll take them. Over to Saliba. Saliba then plays it into Saka. Saka tries to get it down the left, but Everton managed to win that. Gets it over to Alcaraz. Alcaraz then loses it out to Timber. Timber, Arsenal on the run now with Odegaard. Odegaard, can he get it? He gets it over to Gyökeres, but it's not a very good pass, to be honest. It was a bit of a shit pass, that was. Header from Saka. He played to Gyökeres there, but I mean, the pass wasn't that great, to be fair. So with Everton now, trying to get it back, boots it over the top, and that's got out for a throw-in. Half time's about to go, guys. And I'm glad because I need a fucking piss. I need a pee. And Palace must be resting their players for the big game on Tuesday. Yeah, and hit pass and shit pass. And yeah, Carl hate when that happens. Not only knock the wind out of you, but crack your noggin good. Yeah, 100%. Well, we're all human, aren't we, guys? Let's face it. So, you know, we all know what a kick in the bollocks feels like. It's probably one of the worst things you could ever have. I mean, I know I said, like, getting it on your back and winded is the worst, but I think fucking being punched in your bollocks or kicked in your bollocks hurts. And there's certain people out there that are okay with that and it doesn't bother them. They're the people you need to avoid. Because if they can take that, they can probably take a lot more punishment than you can give. Over to Timber, into Rice. Rice gets a tackle on him there. And that's going to be a free kick as well. That's half time, guys. And good, because I need a piss. So I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, I knew. I was on mute. I knew I was on mute. I was just saying that, yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm being the light bulb, guys. Being the light bulb. Right. Okay. So, 1-0 to Arsenal. Yeah. And, yeah. Call 8 when that happens. Yep, back of the head, always mate. And, yep, Serbians. 100%. 100%. I mean, I bet Moyes is so annoyed. You know, you come up with an idea of how you're going to play a game, and then your player does something like that. What an idiot. What an idiot. What an idiot to do that. It's just stupid, man. It's just giving goals away, isn't it? Going to the Luton versus Wickham game Friday, then the Arsenal versus Brighton game match on Saturday. Nice. Jack's going to the Carabao Cup game, I think. Yeah, Jack's going to the Carabao Cup game, and you know what? I said in the Tony Claude stream earlier that basically this to me is a big test on what you've learned and what you haven't. Yeah, because it's like before when the pressure's been on, you fold. Yeah, so this is a big test for me that they get back to the top of the league and then you go on to take it back because this will be a big mentality test. Big mentality test. Nice one, Pepsi, and Gratz Pepsi. Is he in Leeds now? I don't know. I can't remember if he said he was going or not. I can't remember. He did say something yesterday, but I can't remember. 1-0, very dull overall has been this season. And evening Tony, evening Pepsi. Yeah, I mean, mate, you 1-0 up. So, I mean, it was a penalty that was deserved as well. From that point, I think you've controlled the game as well. It's been pretty much all you. Everton's going to have to change something out, but that's going to mean sort of coming out, which could actually work for you guys. I don't mean coming out as gay, but I mean they've got to come out. Glad they gave it to Jokeras. Really happy they gave it to Jokeras. Evening Pepsi, mate, and O'Brien doing the YMCA in the box. It fucking isn't it? I mean, what are you? I don't get that at all. The thing is, you know what? Pre-VAR, I get it. Pre-VAR, I get that probably happens all the time. Pre-VAR, but you're on video all the time, so why would you do that? Now you've got VAR, all the players know that he's going to get put in VAR, and they're going to watch it again. So why would you do that? I get it if you did it beforehand, but nah, it's just stupid. It's just totally stupid. Millwall playing Friday, but I don't want to risk going there. Yeah, I get that, mate. I get that. I was so glad to give the penalty to Jokeres, though. I think that was absolutely the right idea, and he took it really well as well. I think that was a spot on idea there. Give the penalty to Jokeres. Did you notice, though, right? You know, there's a lot of people online saying that his celebration is stupid, this thing. Yeah. Daddy was saying it last night and all that kind of stuff. He didn't do it long, did he? He just sort of put his hands up there and then he took them down pretty much straight away. Hello, and Watford unfortunately are away at Leicester. Yeah. I could do watching some championship games, to be honest. Even though we're in the Premier League now, I do enjoy the Championship. I just think it's like full on. So yeah, I could do with like watching like a few of them as well. Yeah, I might get to see West Ham in it next season. I don't think he'll get to that point. To be honest, I think they'll have Nuno Gage players in the window, and I think they'll be fine. Yeah, I think there'll be absolutely fine players in, but they've got to spend, and they've got to make sure Nuno does get his players in, because if they don't, they're going to be in trouble, big fucking trouble. So they've definitely got to do that. Right. Okay, let's have a look at the table at the moment. Arsenal at the top with 39 points. And looks like, guys, we might have to do you a favour again. Looks like we might have to do you a favour again. Hopefully you treat it the right way this time if we do you the favour. Because we have got City coming to the City Ground in the future. So, is it full? We've got Fulham, obviously. Then we've got Manchester City on the 27th of December. So, we are the next game against Manchester City. So, you need a favour again. I usually watch a couple of Watford games every season as my family live nearby. You know what? I used to watch Watford all the time. You know, like watch Match of the Day. Back in the day, it was Watford most of the time, and John Barnes signed for them, I think. I actually used to use them as my football manager team, to be honest, Watford. Especially in the, what was it called? Fucking, can't remember what the game was called now, but I always used to use Watford. I usually watch a couple of Watford games. I'm not a fan of it, but score 30 plus, then I don't care. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But yeah, I mean, you need us to do you a favour because Manchester City are coming to the City Ground on 27th of December, you know. So you need us to do you a favour there. If we absolutely come out the way we did against Spurs with that kind of mentality, then I think we can get something from that. It's at home, man. It's at home. I'll never diss my team. When it comes to being at home, we need to go out and we need to make our pressure felt and let them know that you're at the City Ground. Please, sir, can I have some more? But we've done it for you before, if you remember, and then you bobbed it. So I mean, this, like I say, this game tonight, I think is absolutely massive because it just shows whether you're gonna like fold or fire. This game's massive. Because in the past you have folded. So this is going to show whether you've learnt from your mistakes and stuff like that. You've got different players and all that kind of thing. So this is going to show whether you've actually learnt from your mistakes. You're obviously going to need help from other teams as well to keep City back. And that's kind of in our hands. Not that it will be about you guys, it'll be about us getting 3 points at the end of the day. But that's kind of what you need to rely on. Favours aside, you guys have it in you to beat anyone on a given day. 100%. Yeah, completely. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Totally agree with you there. We have a really good squad. We have players that are like 100% like on it and up for it, you know. So I do think that we can beat anybody. When we're on it, I think we can beat anybody. You've got to make sure that you defend well. You've got to make sure that you cover your midfield. And you've got to get the right to play. And then when you get your chances, you've got to take your chances. Simple as that. And I do think we have that ability to be able to do that. So we just got to get it done. I do, mate. Sadly, yeah. It's gonna be an interesting one, and we've got to face each other on January the 17th. You know, and we're not going to be offering any favours there either. To be honest, I mean, I'll give respect to your team, and I'll give respect to anybody's team, but when you're playing against us, no, nope. That's where the line's drawn, mate. And I would imagine it's exactly the same for you. Should be the same for you. We will still fold, but we're in the hope stage of the season, so I'm trying to enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Well, for me, I mean, Everton's got to come out in the second half. They've got to come out in the second half, which I think will work well for you guys. Because they're 1-0 down, so I mean, there's nothing else you can do, even to get a draw or win or whatever. You know, you've got to come out in the second half. So, not trying to be too much of a tinfoil hat merchant, but that handball almost looked as if planned. Maybe. What, do you reckon he's part of the Illuminati? Do you think he's part of the Illuminati? To be fair, Carl, he did actually, you know, when he put his hands up in the air, he did actually do that. So maybe it's the Illuminati, mate. I'm just saying. Goal, Yeovil 0, Forest Green 2. Nice for Forest Green. Go on, Vegan United. Yeah, I mean, you might be on something there, to be honest. You wanted to praise his lords. Alright, coming out for the second half. Same teams with the looks of it. Don't see any changes at the moment. %, confirmed, Yeti. Absolutely, yeah. See, it's only on this channel that you'll see that, bro. You watch it back, mate. You watch it back. He does that, right? And he actually, you know, if you like can lip read, he actually says Epstein rules when he's doing it. Just, mate, I can only comment on what I see, you know. I'm not making it up. I can only comment on what he says, what I see. And he said Epstein rules. I'm not a bad lip reader, and I could see that's exactly what he was saying. It's disgrace. Fucking disgrace. Right, we're getting back to the second half. Everton's got to push forward now. There's no other option. They've got to push forward now, which could completely open it up for Arsenal. Interesting, they removed the pyramid emoji and the plot thickens. It does, doesn't it? It does, mate. It 100% does. Ball back to Pickford. Tarkowski puts it over the top looking for Barry. That's one in the air by Nkapi. Everton now got it on the outside of the box, though. That's into Zubamendi. Zubamendi puts it out for a cross. Pressure's coming in straight away. 45 minutes and 26 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. And it's going to be a long throw in from Everton with O'Brien. He's good with his hands, as we've already seen. Gets it into the box. It's all over the place. Shot comes in from Alcaraz. That bounces off a Arsenal player and out of play. Does it? I think that ball does it Timber's hand, but is it like a out of place kind of thing? I don't know. All right, throw into Everton anyway. Ball's thrown in, won by Rice. Rice smashes the ball down the left-hand side. That's headed by Keane. Tarkowski's going to clear it all the way up the field. Alcaraz is running onto it, but that's going to be Reyes or Reyes. Reyes. R.I.P. Reyes, man. Raya, I mean. And into Zubamendi. It's with Timber now on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Saliba. Saliba just walking forward. He don't have to do anything else. Plays it into Rice. Incapi gets touched there as he's kicking the ball away. Into Saliba. Back to Rice. Over to Incapi. Incapi then drops it back to Saliba. Into Raya. Raya then smashes the ball up the pitch. Looking for Gyökeres. That ends up back with Tarkowski. Tarkowski just running forward at the minute. Gets the pass through to O'Brien. O'Brien gets into the middle to O'Neill. O'Neill puts it down the left-hand side to Grealish. Grealish now up against Timber. Saka's coming in as well. Gets it through into the middle. Eder comes in from Everton. Goes wide. Goes to Tarkowski. He's going to put it back into the box. Comes into the box. Headed away. And Raya catches it. No problem. Everton coming into this game. Yeah, I mean, they can't do anything else, can they? I mean, you're 1-0 down. So, like I say, it's like the Tyson thing. You know, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. Football, you have a plan until you lose a goal. So then you've got to actually change it up to actually get forward a little bit more. It's back to Saliba, into Zubamendi, over to Timber. Timber now back to Zubamendi. It's back to Timber. Timber's looking for a pass, nothing on. Gives it back to Saliba. Saliba across to Incapi. Incapi's just running forward. Gives it to Trossard. Trossard gives it back to Incapi. They're just trying to make Everton push them and press them. It's back to Raya. Raya's just keeping the ball with him. Why would you not? Why would you do anything else? Plays it out to Zubamendi. There's no challenge on Zubamendi at all. Incapi gets it down the left-hand side to Trossard. Everton's going to win this, though, with Garner. Garner then trying to get past the Arsenal players. Can't get past. Trossard gets the ball down the left-hand side to Gyökeres. Gyökeres is on the left-hand side. He's got two Everton players with him. He can't get it through, though. Ends up back with Pickford. 49 minutes and 52 gone. Nice ball down the wing there for Gyökeres. But he's got Tarkowski and he's got Keane all over him, to be honest. Ball in the middle now to Trossard. Trossard gets it across to Saka. Saka then turns, starts having a run through, gets it to Timber. Timber back to Saka. Saka takes a shot. It's taken off the Tarkowski stops it though. In a good position there, really. It's on his right foot. Maybe should have put that away. And Zubamendi over to Trossard on this left-hand side. Trossard then plays it back to Nkappi. Nkappi to Zubamendi, back to Nkappi. Across to Saliba, into Timber. Timber then puts it forward to Saka. He gets taken out by Mikalenkovic. And then Keane manages to smash the ball down the middle. And he's not going to get that. Raya heads the ball out. Trossard back to Calafiori. Calafiori then puts the ball into Zubamendi. Zubamendi passes it across to Saliba. Saliba running forward. Everton cut that out. Barry's on the run now on the left-hand side. Barry goes down under a challenge. Don't think there was a lot in that, to be honest. No, I didn't catch the ball, though. Barry's on the run there. There's a little, push on the back. It's not enough, though, for me. It's not enough. He should have carried on going there and just tried to get through that. Fuck's sake, red card, Forest Green, and 2-0 Juventus. And Moisey is actually a decent manager, Cole. Not surprised to see Everton coming into the game. Arteta is a fucking moron and he's easily outmanaged. Oof, another good run by Gyökeres. 2-0 if the pass from Timber was better. Yeah. I thought it was Trossard that passed that down the wing, but maybe I'm wrong. Here's Odegaard into Rice in the middle. Gets it over to Calafiori. Calafiori then gets tackled out of it, and Everton are on the run here on this right-hand side. Got McNeil. Gets it into Alcaraz, but that's going to be dropped back to Raya. Raya kicks the ball out. 53 minutes and 10 gone. That's to Grealish. Grealish now has it on this left-hand side. He's got plenty of players on him, though. Fourth good run by Gyökeres. That's yet again my point proven. Sucks having eyes and not relying on narrative. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop being a supporter of Gyökeres, man. Would not surprise me for Everton to get a sneaky goal and shit ass a draw out of this. Not enough outside the box anyway. Nah. Cole wants fucking Arteta out and Gyökeres as the new manager. I can see it, mate. Because I can see your game. I can see your game. You want Arteta out, Gyökeres in. He can have 6 years to try and be a manager, and then he can have £1 billion, and eventually he'll get it sorted in 6 years. Eventually he will. Right, that's a Trossard. Trossard plays the ball forward. That's headed away by Tarkowski, Keane or whatever. And Arsenal now, there's a bit of a fight going on here now. And Arsenal are losing out in it a little bit. Just saying. Would not surprise me if Everton get a sneaky goal. Can someone tell me what Zubimendi does or is supposed to offer this team? I think it's a pass thing that he kind of offers, to be honest, at times, not all the time. Jokeres is taken down by Timber. Jokeres, I mean, fucking Cole, you got me out here now. Cole's got me out here now. Yeah, I mean, Grealish got taken down by Timber. I'm getting taken over by the Rossi. Can't tackle, passes sideways, can't handle pressure. It's a holding Odegaard regen for fuck's sake. And damn it, Yeti, you fooled my master plan. Everton now just fighting with the ball in the box. Shot comes in, it's wide. From Alcaraz. He's been on it from the first start of the game, to be honest. Alcaraz. They're putting the pressure on now, though. They are putting the pressure on now. All Arsenal fans should be scared of Manchester City, and every fan of any club should be scared of Manchester City. That's true. That is true. When Manchester City start getting it right, you have to be scared of Manchester City because they become fucking unreal. Got a VAR check here. Ball comes up. I think it's handball from Green. Is it Greenish or what? What the hey? Checking possible penalty foul. I don't know. I've seen 2 replays of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, but 57 minutes and 42 gone. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Right. Well, Barry's got old. Oh, Barry's tried to kick it and Saliba's kicked his leg, but he's trying to kick the ball out. He don't know where. He sees where the ball is. He tries to kick the ball, but he kicks Barry in the leg instead. That's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. That's just trying to clear the ball. Everyone should fear the big blue shark. This is a pen for me, says Daniel Knights, and Arsenal need to stop messing around and get a second. Yeah, 100%. That weren't a penalty, mate. I mean, the rules nowadays, maybe they could call it that, but they haven't. So I don't think that's a pen for me. Saliba is clearly looking at the ball and clearly trying to clear the ball. The fact that Barry's leg goes in, he's going to kick it every day of the week, isn't he? But he is actually going to kick the ball. But Barry changes the trajectory of the ball. Lol, Daniel, sure, mate. And 59 minutes and 22 gone. It's getting very, very feisty out there now. Very feisty. Free kick to Everton. Moyes is losing his shit. 59 minutes and 40 gone. Mate, Daniel, Everton's my second team. I've been saying that from the start of this channel. Everton was actually my first team until Forest. So it's like I will call it real all the way. Jokeres with the ball now gets taken off him though. He can't deal with that kind of pressure. Here's Grealish. Forgot about Man City next weekend. Are you confident? Yeah, man. If we play to what we can play, I'm confident about beating anybody at the City ground. 100% confident. If we play to what we are capable, yes, I am 100% confident in us doing something at the City ground and winning games. Absolutely 100%. He tapped his boot, pen check. Wow, the modern game is truly brilliant. Lol. And why is it week after week we look so fucking flavour offensively with the amount of talent we have? I'll tell you why. Arteta don't have a fucking clue. Right, we've got Timber now. Gets the ball into the box. It's won by Tarkowski. Grealish then gets the ball on this left-hand side. Another goal for Leeds. Oh, my days. 3-0 Leeds against Crystal Palace. Oh, my day. I bet Jack's proper losing it. Saka tries to get a left forward shot. Goes to Grealish. Everton managed to clear the ball. Gets it to Barry. Odegaard manages to win that. It's with Saliba now on the right-hand side. Into Odegaard. Odegaard's got it now. Gets it over to Timber. Timber then plays it back to Odegaard. Odegaard then plays it into Calafiori. Calafiori to Zubamendi. Into Trossard on this left-hand side. Calafiori does the overrun to get on the left-hand side. Into Trossard. Trossard keeping with the ball at the minute. Gets it over to Calafiori. Back to Trossard. Trossard then into Rice. Back to Calafiori. Calafiori then plays it back to Incapi. Flaccid offensively and weak Jokeres, man. Hold up the ball for fuck's sake. You're built like a brick shithouse and you need Alan quiet. And because we are not good, Tony Bro, we are top is a damning statement to the Premier League. Mate, we've made Ireland quiet a lot of times. We've actually made Ireland quiet when we beat them 1-0 at the City ground, and we've got to do the same thing again. If Forest keep Ireland quiet, I think you will have a chance. Yeah, fair play. And it's Christmas time. Bring on Jesus. And Subamendi is atrocious, but no superfan will mention him. No. Incapi back to Saliba, into Zubamendi, back to Timber. It's over to the right-hand side to Odegaard. Odegaard plays it into Saka. Arsenal moving through the numbers here. Gets it to Rice. Rice can have a shot here. Gets it over to Trossard, though. Trossard, it's the post. Trossard, it's the post. That was an awesome attacking move as well. Great passing there from Arsenal. Great passing there from Arsenal. Great for Rice to notice that Trossard's there instead of having a shot himself. Trossard, it's the post, though. The only thing he's won is in the FA Cup under a squad deemed toxic, and no, fuck's sake, Trossard, how did you miss that? Yeah, that should have been his moment, mate. I need a piss, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Right. Let's see how we go now. Saka's down. 66 minutes and 12 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Let's have a look at this Saka thing. Didn't really see a lot in that, to be honest. I don't know. Didn't see it. Again, with this manager overplaying Saka. And fuck's sake, Trossard just shit the bed and has to score that. And I'll watch our like a Christmas miracle. Our midfielders pass immediately to Jesus. Again, with this manager overplaying Saka. Get up, Saka. Wear a big shin pad, then you mug. Bring on Martinelli and Madueke. Saka spends more time on his back moaning than a fucking porn queen. Not ordering that. With Arsenal now on this left-hand side, plays it over the top. That's going to be won by Tarkowski. Goes all the way back to Pickford. Pickford smashes the ball up front. Barry tries to win it. Gets it back to Everton though. Garner's got it at the moment. Tarkowski puts the ball over the top. And that's not the way, is it? That's not the way. Rice got the ball now. Plays it into Trossard. Trossard plays it into the middle to Calafiori. Calafiori going forward. Plays it across to Saka. Saka's got it now on this left-hand side. Into Odegaard. Odegaard gets a good pass there. It's off the post again, I think, from Zubamendi. Offside anyway. I think that hit the post again, did it? Yeah, it's off the post again. Nice pass in from Odegaard, though. Gotta give credit where it's due. Off the post again. A great Pepsi. Madueke hasn't seen grass since his CL performance. What the fuck do I know, though? And Arteta not even in the top 10 as a manager. Mate, there's nobody in this chat. There's nobody part of the cave that doesn't agree with that. Nobody. He's the most amazing manager, but like when Real Madrid needed a new manager, they went for Alonso instead. Didn't even bother with Arteta, but you know, there's no Arsenal fan in this chat that does not agree with you on that. And there's certainly not a Forest fan that agrees with that. He's a fucking joker, bro. He's a joker, but he's a very lucky joker as well. So he could possibly like do something in that respect. I can't stand him, and I'll never turn around on this stream and say that I like that guy because I do not like that guy. I can see total bad vibes with him. He looks like fucking Ted Bundy and probably gets involved in that shit as well. Here's Saka, plays it into Jesus. Jesus has come on, I didn't notice that. Over to Rice. Rice gets it in the middle to Saka. Saka does a back heel. Goes back to Trossard. Into Calafiori. Calafiori across to Zubamendi. Zubamendi plays it out to the right-hand side to Timber. Timber then back to Jesus. Jesus now trying to get the ball back from Odegaard. Into Saka. Saka misses his kick. 70 minutes and 48 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. He don't miss his kick. Him and Timber run into each other. Arteta isn't in the top 50 as a manager. Hasn't won anything, and Maresca is no 100%. Yeah, 100%. This thing where they turn around and say everybody else would want Arteta. Well, like Lee said the other day, they've changed most of these big teams have changed managers like so many times in the last 4 or 5 years, and not one of them's asked for Arteta. Not one. So I don't understand this concept. Here's Beto. Beto with the ball now on this left hand side. Gets it across into the middle to Tarkowski. Tarkowski, Everton just Liverpool. Oh, fuck off. Arsenal just sitting back. McNeil gets it into the box. That should be claimed by Raya. He's come on leaps and bounds with that stuff. Here's Odegaard. Gives it to Jesus. Jesus has got it now on the left-hand side. Plays it into Odegaard. Odegaard back to Rice. Rice plays it back to Zubamendi. Zubamendi with it now. Gives it back to Rice. Over to Jesus. Jesus then to Calafiori. Calafiori back to Rice. Into Jesus again. Jesus is getting the ball taken off him. Everton get the ball back again now with by Gum. Gets it over the top to O'Neill, but that's headed away by Incapi, and it's gone out for a throw-in. 72 minutes and 53 gone. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Lamprey's call, and Chelsea fans remind me of them fish that feed off the scraps of a shark's back. Always they can't shake them. Hey, Cole, bro. Don't use my fish analogies. Saka trying to get through on the shot, and that it's Keane, and it's going out for a goal kick. And where would you say if Arteta is in the top? I wouldn't say Arteta's in the top. That's what I said. Is that what they're called? I always figured a lamprey and eel. Cheers, Tony. And I think that's what they are called, mate. And not certain though. How is Arteta still in the job and won no trophies in 6 years, bro? Like I say, you're asking the wrong crowd. Because none of us get it. None of us get it. None of us get it, mate. None of us get that shit. Here's Calafiori. That goes to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to try and get this down the right-hand side. Nicely read by Trossard, though. Just like I said, can't shake him, mate. Bro, I don't understand where you're coming from, Daniel Knights, to be honest, because there's no Arsenal fan in this channel that thinks Arteta is the man. Not one. In other channels, maybe they think like that. But, I mean, read the room. I mean, they keep saying that Arteta's bollocks and he's crap and he's not brave enough and all this kind of stuff. So, what's the point asking why he's in the top 10? No, I mean, why is he in the fucking top 10? He's in the top 10 of fucking bellends. I mean, he might be in the top 10 of fucking dog owners, maybe. But that's about it. Here comes Garner, plays it back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski smashes the ball up the field. Saliba should be able to win that, but Barry manages to get it. Timber then does a great job in keeping that away from him. And Calafiori smashes the ball down the pitch. Tarkowski wins it with an header. And it's back to Tarkowski. Into Keane. Arteta is a fucking fraud. Exactly, mate. I don't understand why they'd be asking you guys that, to be honest. And watch, if Everton equalise, there'll be one or two more of them opping in. Yeah, absolutely. 100. I just don't. I mean, look, it's like it's never been a. It's always been absolutely noticed that everybody in here that's an Arsenal fan does not like Arteta. So I don't understand that concept, to be honest. Just don't get it. If this place was full of top gooners, I can 100% accept that and understand that. But it's not. So why say that? It makes no sense. And there will never be top gooners in here because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. Garner over to whoever that is on the left-hand side. Right-hand side even. Tarkowski puts it in the box at the minute. Yeah, caught by Rhea. I tell you what, there could possibly be an Everton goal though at some point. I think you are inviting a lot of pressure. I mean, you've had two that's hit the post as well, so I mean, it's going to come down to like an unlucky, thing in the respect that the shots hit the post, but. Full time, Juventus 2, Roma 1. That's quarter so far, and Arteta is a fucking fraud. And watch if Everton equalise, there'll be one or more of them up and in. What manager would you like if Arteta got sacked? To Tony. Maresca, mate, Daniel. And Arteta either has compromising pictures of Stan Kroenke or he can suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. I've got to breathe before I read that. But the guy is shit as a manager. He would have been fired a long time ago. Anywhere else? Yeah, absolutely. Here's Timber. Corner Arsenal. Or Maresca, whatever his name is. Big Ange or Ronald McDonald. LOL Pepsi. The thing is, if it's a channel that says those kind of things and it's full of people that say those kind of things, then I get when you go against people that are on that kind of thing. But it's like, if it's not, then I don't really understand the point. There's many channels that's Arteta in. This ain't one of them. This ain't one of them at all. Trossard off now and Martinelli on. 79 minutes and 33 gone. Still 1-0 Arsenal. It's not been convincing, let's say that. But, I mean, a win is a win. And that's what matters. But it's not been massively convincing, I have to say that. You've kind of struggled a little bit to the finished post. But if you can get to it, then that's all that matters. Big Angel, Ronald McDonald, and who Forest got this weekend? We got Fulham, mate, on Monday. Got Fulham at home. Craven Cottage. Yeah, well said. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. If you lot was like fucking Arteta's my man, fucking 100%, and I love him to bits and all that kind of stuff, then I'd rip you. Never mind Daniel. But the fact that you always call it the same way all the time, that you're always real about what you think, this is not the channel to talk about, how shit Arteta is. Because they all know how shit he is. You know what? I tell you what. If you want my opinion on Arteta, Arteta's one of those people that gets a job on work experience, but manages to stay in it for 6 years instead of 6 months. That's my opinion on Arteta. He's not a good manager. He's not very good at what he does. They have one standard, they have one way of play, and all this, that, and the other. And like I said earlier, with this team that Arsenal have got at the minute, any other manager, will get better out of them. Any other manager, and I guarantee that, any other manager spending 1.6 billion would get better. And it's not all about money on how much you spend. But if you need to spend that much, then that says a lot about who you are and how good you are at what you do. You know? Daniel, my first choice would be Diego Simeone. Would also go with Carlo Maresca, or I would pay Klopp a fortune. Yeah, Klopp could actually end up at City maybe if Pep leaves. Maybe he'll go for that. Maybe he'll go for the City thing. You never know. And I will find it astonishing if Arteta doesn't get sacked or leaves if he doesn't win a trophy this season. I think Forest will beat Fulham on Monday. Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a really good chance. There's no Bassey or anything like that. So, I mean, not that I look at it as in players missing anything, because it's like the players that come in want to make an impression, and they should want to make an impression. So I wouldn't look at it like that. If we can weather the storm, as I always say, if you can weather the storm and earn your right to play, then we've just got to be clinical when we get our chances. And if we can do that, then we can win it. 100%. I was joking about Maresca, Tony. I'm trolling this Chelsea fan. I knew you was. I knew you was. I think tactically he's actually very smart, Cole. Yeah, I'm not sure Maresca, to be honest. I agree with you on Simeone. I'd say Areola. I'd say Glasner. Whether Arsenal would take on a manager like that. But I think Glasner's got Palace firing. Yes, they're losing today, but I mean, it's not game by game, is it? Glasner, Areola, or Luis Enrique, if you could get him. Just crashed out of my bet, £51. Nice. Well, it's only 55, wasn't it? So, yeah, that's a fucking good cash out, bro. Big up to you, man. Merry Christmas. And Zidane would be great. Yeah, Zidane. Another one. Definitely. 85 minutes gone. Everton on the attack now. Gets the ball to Beto, but Saliba's going to win that. Saliba just keeping the ball at the minute. Gets it back to Raya. It's over to Nkapi. Nkapi then drops it to Calafiori. Everton pushing forward crazily now. And Raya smashes the ball over the top, looking for Timber. Gets it into Saka. It's over to Zubamendi. Zubamendi to Rice. Rice gets tackled out of it. And Everton get it on this left-hand side with Diblin. Diblin gets tackled by Calafiori. Rice comes in as well. That's going to be a throw-in. Zidane would be the dream for me. Go on Pepsi, and good call, Carl, and forgot about him. And I am a Chelsea fan. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you support. I adored him as a player. Tony always prayed Arsenal would sign him. Yeah, really, Daniel Knights. And big up to Pepsi, man. Big love, man. Cruz Campo Fund, Merry Christmas, Yeti, you legend. Absolutely, man. You guys are legends as well, because without you, the cave don't exist. So, big up to man. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it massively, bro. Thank you for that. 87 minutes and 5 gone. Arsenal fans are cheering, but I don't think they're like 100% in on it. Odegaard going off now for Moreno. He says, he done that then? He says, he done then? Saka, Gelb, you fuck. Yeah, well, Maresca really has a shit team, and to have them in fourth is actually impressive. Getting a bunch of kids with big egos to play cohesively is a feat in itself. Chelsea just signed too many players, to be honest. Chelsea just signed too many players. Corner for Arsenal. Headed away by Everton. Everton now trying to get on the attack. Martinelli passes it back to Zubimendi. Zubimendi gets it down to Saka on the left wing. Plays it into Saliba. Saliba then to Calafiori. Calafiori over to Rice. Rice gets it to Martinelli. Martinelli now just keeping the ball, rolling it over his feet. And just wasting time basically. Martinelli gets it back into the middle. Incapi over to Saliba. I would also take Emery back over Arteta. Yeah, and 3-1 leads. Merry Christmas, yay. Hopefully you keep up what you're doing next year. 100%. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop, bro. I mean, they might boot me off eventually, but I'm not going to stop. Of course, I would take a win, the dog, over Arteta. Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I get, right, Danny, Daniel Knights, right? I get that you're a Chelsea fan and you'll go against the Arsenal fans and stuff, but these guys are not those guys. Good pass from Marino. Tarkovsky nearly scores an own goal. I'm going to be honest, though, guys. I'm going to be honest, right? You've got a corner now, but I'm going to say it afterwards. I'm going to be honest. You might not agree with me, but I'm going to be honest anyway. Here's Saka, gets the ball into the box, into Jesus. Jesus takes a shot. That's the worst shot I've ever seen. Never seen Gyökeres do anything like that, to be honest. Ball into the box again. Arsenal have got it. Into Martinelli. Martinelli's got it. Tackle comes in. Jesus has got it at the minute on this left-hand side, trying to get the cross. Everton get in with the tackle again and put it out for a throw. But I'm going to be honest, right? I am seeing the shaking. I am seeing the shaking coming. You won it 1-0 by a penalty, but, I mean, you had two good chances that you hit the ball, obviously. you hit the post. But I am seeing it getting a little bit shaky for you guys, to be honest. I don't know what you think, but I'll have your opinion as well, of course. And yeah, can't feel sorry for Chelsea, its manager, or any of its fuckhead players. They've spent even more than us. Yeah, of course I would take a win, the dog. That is true, Carl. I'm my fucking arse off. I hate them, Tony. Along with Spurs, United never give their fans an inch because they will love and feed off your misery and honesty, whilst they give it large, right with your mate, and bro, we're shit. And this has been another pathetic performance for so-called title-chasing team. Nowhere near Man City's level. Guys, that's why I fucking love you guys. That's why I have you in this channel. Because I know I can say that shit, and you're not gonna come back at me or whatever. If you had a genuine point, you would, obviously. I fucking called it. Yeah, he been called. Been saying it all season. Poor second half. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Mate, they've been hanging on. They've been hanging on, haven't they? Really, they've been hanging on. Everton's not really got what it takes to actually make that difference, but they have been hanging on with a 1-0. But at least they haven't sat back. At least Arsenal haven't sat back. They've learnt something maybe from the Wolves game, because I think if they'd have sat back, then Everton may have been able to get something going, So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like you've said, you're not doing like what City are doing at the minute. You're playing well, but you're open and praying. You're open and praying. Yeah. I mean, you've had two good chances that's hit the ball. Fair play. But you are, at the same point, open and praying. Happily will take the 3 points, but it's going to amount to shit, in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. I really hope this team wakes up in the second half of the season like PSG did last season. And poor second half for Arsenal, absolutely. And party to Zubimendi is the biggest downgrade of the year. Yeah. And offensively, we are shit, thanks to our shit manager. Yeah, see this is exactly what I'm saying, Daniel. These are them guys. These are them guys. They're realistic, That's all you can want in your chat. You want realistic guys. And this lot are the best, because they are absolutely realistic. I know Jez will call it realistic. I know Lee will turn around and go, wow, man, we got away with one today. I mean, I'm not saying that Everton was attacking left, right, and centre or anything like that, but he will call it real, same as these guys will. Your other knobheads like Stricto and the AFTV guys, they'll go, oh, well, we couldn't do anything because Everton was just kicking us all over the place and the referee was giving them every decision, and that's the reason that we didn't absolutely smash Everton. But these aren't the gays. These aren't the gays. These aren't the guys that do that. These are not the guys that do that. Poor second half for Arsenal. Party to Zubimendi. Offensively, we are shit thanks to our manager. If Arsenal concede, I'll hit the roof. And okay, yeah, I get it. 100%. But I'm just saying. We are not going to win shit this season, says Tony. Got 10 seconds left. Free kick to Everton. And it should be done now, to be honest. Back to Pickford. Pickford needs to get the ball up the field really quick. He's right on the halfway line. Gets the ball up the field. Headed away by Calafiori. Into Martinelli. Game over. Game over. 1-0 to Arsenal. They've got back to the top of the league. Was it convincing? No. But are they top of the league? Yes. Will it continue? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I mean, if you look at Manchester City, they've got Forest next. So if we do them a favour, they can stay top of the league. Have to wait and see what happens. But at the same time, we ain't going to be the masochistic token Arsenal boys who only talk shit about our club at the delight of the neutrals. We've said it real, so nah, fuck off. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. He will throw away the cups, he will bottle the league, and he will fail in the CL. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I think that. 4-1 leads. Oh my days. Oh Jack. Oh Jack. I mean, he's absolutely losing his shit. Jack. I mean, Leeds have gone above us as well. Okay, now. Mate, Jack must be absolutely losing it. Right, I'll be back in a sec, guys. Yeah, well done to Arsenal. You've answered the call. I don't think you answered it in the way that was meant to be answered, but you got 3 points, and that's all that matters, which is what I always say. You know, that's the only stat that matters in football. The amount of goals you get, or, well, not the amount of goals you get, because you only got one, but, you know, it matters to contain it. I did see some things there where you was panicking big style, which I can understand because of the situation, kind of what's going on. Would a better team have actually got something? I don't know. Don't matter, does it? Because you played against Everton and they didn't have anything else. So that's all that matters. He may make the quarter or semi-finals in the cell, but he will fuck it up. And lol, I'm glad Arsenal got Palace in Cup and not Leeds. Yeah, 100%. I bet Jack is having a cow right now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. But, I mean, like I say, look, 3 points is 3 points, and it puts you back at the top of the league. Yeah. But at the end of the day, having seen Manchester City win 3-0 against West Ham, would you have expected more? To really put your authority on staying top of the league? Would you have expected more? Just asking. I know you would anyway, but You expect a lot more. Yeah, I was just going to ask you actually, Cole, because I ain't done the real deal this week, because obviously I was on with Tony. So, I mean, if you want to do the real deal, I'll set that up. And, well, it won't be on Meld, but I'll set that up, bro. If you're up for that, then I'll get that sorted on StreamYard, and we can go from that. Yeah. So, we'll do that. We'll be back on in a few seconds. I'll sort out a thumbnail or whatever, and then we'll be back on with the real deal. Carl will be on with me, and yeah, I think that's the best idea to do that. It is late. I'd have about an hour if that works. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, no worries, man. However long you have, it's cool. So yeah, guys, as always, keep it real, keep it yay. Yeah. And yeah, Arsenal win 1-0. Get back to the top of the table. Was it convincing? I don't think it was. But we'll get Carl's impressions on the real deal. So me is back here for the real deal. And we'll see how we go. If I can get Tony Claude on there as well, we'll get him on. But if he keeps talking, I'll have to boot him out of the stream and make him calm down or whatever. But I love Tony Claude. I love him. I love him to bits. And I'm sure he'll be loving every minute of this. So, yeah, give it about 5 minutes and then we'll be back on the real deal. Well, good old Arteta, says Jez. Yeah, we can have Jez on the real deal as well. You know, I'm sure Jez will be busy with his fan cam, but, you know, if he wants to jump on, he can and have his say. I have to head out, lads. Wife wants to go see Christmas lights. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. So, yeah, guys, keep it real, keep it yay, and we'll see you in like 5 minutes on the real deal on StreamYard. Take care, guys. Love, man. Cheers for the support as ever. Thank you for the 2 super chats from Carl Rossi and Pepsi. Appreciate it a lot, man. Merry Christmas to you guys, and we'll see you in a bit. Catch you later. Tatty fucking bye. See you later, guys.